always interesting to see actors stepping out and directing a feature film for the first time. And that is the case here with Zoe Kravitz. She makes her debut with Blink Twice, starring Channing Tatum, and this is available now on Prime Video. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my spoiler-free review for Blink Twice. This is a movie that came out several months ago, but it is available now on Amazon Prime, and you can check it out there. It's been getting great reviews by critics. I was very intrigued, but just sort of missed my chance to see it in theaters. So here we go. We'll talk about this in just a second. First, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a subscriber already to Dan Reviews It, thank you so much for that. Love when you guys return to check out my new videos. But if you're not, please consider subscribing and click that notification bell so you get the alerts for all my new videos. And you could like this video, comment below, share it on your socials too. That stuff, of course, does wonders for the channel, and I certainly do appreciate that help. All right, so Blink Twice is about a billionaire tech mogul played by Channing Tatum. And his deal is he loves inviting people to this private island of his and, wine and dine them. But there are some mysterious things afoot, some strange goings on, and nobody seems to be the wiser except for this one waitress played by Naomi Ackie, who you may have recently seen in Mickey 17. She plays Frida, who is, a nail artist, a cocktail waitress. She just happens to meet him at a party that she is working, and he kind of falls for her and her friend, Jess, played by Aaliyah Shawkat from Arrested Development. And the two go off with this strange man, but of course they know who he is, because he is a billionaire, he's a tech guy, so they know the name. So they're like, okay, well, what could go wrong? Without spoilers, things go wrong. We also have Christian Slater here as the business partner of Channing Tatum's character, who also is named Slater, by the way. Simon Rex is here as a childhood friend of Slater's and a private chef on the island. Gina Davis has a small role as Slater's personal assistant. Kyle MacLachlan has a small role. So, listen, this is, fairly star-studded, honestly. So I guess we'll save the Zoe Kravitz direction stuff for a little bit later. Let's talk first about just the concept and the plot and all of this. This has a Get Out sort of feel to it, because obviously, things are amiss that maybe people don't quite pick up on at first, and there are more similarities than that to Get Out that I won't get into here for spoiler's sake, but this is definitely, it feels sort of Jordan Peele inspired, if you will. But unlike movies that are attempting to flat out mimic Jordan Peele's style, like Antebellum, for example, that, they made it look and feel, even from the trailer, like a Jordan Peele movie, but it wasn't at all, and was terrible. This actually does have its own unique sort of spin on the material. Zoe Kravitz actually co-wrote this too, with her writing partner E.T. Feigenbaum, who I'm unfamiliar with, but she had a big hand in that. And I actually respect her decision to stay behind the camera. A lot of people in their directorial debut, look, she does have a cameo, in one scene as a stewardess, but, like, I'm thinking Drew Barrymore, for example, in Whip It, or Ben Stiller in a movie I absolutely love, Reality Bites, I think, was his directorial debut. But a lot of times, they put themselves in the picture, and that can work. But I think it was actually a wise choice for her to be behind the camera, because, well, I said I was going to get into that a little bit later, but I guess we're here now, so let's talk about it. I think the look of this movie and the feel of this movie is really, really interesting, because you have this beautiful paradise, and the water is so blue and wonderful, and there's beautiful women walking around, and everybody's having what seems like a grand old time, but to the Naomi Ackie character, the only person who senses that maybe something is amiss, it is a literal hellscape, even though it is gorgeous to look at. And I think that juxtaposition is just remarkable from a first-time director. I think Kravitz really, really sort of nailed that aesthetic, and I definitely appreciate that. And also, whoever did the poster, I know this is more of a marketing team thing, but the poster of Channing Tatum kind of holding the Polaroid or whatever, and the picture coming out, and Naomi Ackie just looking terrified. I mean, that's a great poster. So this movie kind of has all this aesthetic that sort of goes throughout, from the marketing to, now I don't watch trailers, so I didn't see the trailer for this, but from the poster to the look and feel of the movie itself, and then we've got the acting on top of it. Naomi Ackie, I really think is going to be someone to watch. Mickey 17. I don't feel like they gave her character, enough necessarily to really show us her acting abilities. And I thought that movie was okay. You can check out my review. In fact, I'll link to it at the end of this video. But here, she really is the star for all intents and purposes. Like, yeah, Channing Tatum is certainly the most well-known person in the main cast, but she is really having to act here between fear and the mystery of what the hell's going on, and at first being kind of enthralled by everything. She goes through this amazing kind of transformation here as a character, as she's kind of putting the pieces together. I could see her easily being a future scream queen as well, if she wanted to dabble in some horror stuff, because this does have certainly some horror elements, much like Get Out. We'll bring that up again, but a movie that on the surface seems like it may be something else, but if you didn't know going into it, it turns very much into a horror movie, where she's got to try and piece together what's going on. So look, it may be not the most original thing out there, but I think what Zoe Kravitz has done as a first-time director and co-writer, I don't know if she's written any other scripts, but it's really quite remarkable. It's one of the better, first-time actor turned director feature films that I've seen in quite a while. I leave Blink Twice with an A minus. Also, I won't spoil how it gets its name, but I think that is also very clever as well. It was originally supposed to be called, hold your ears, it was originally supposed to be called Pussy Island, but I think even the marketing team couldn't really make that work, so they changed it to Blink Twice. But I think if you watch the movie, it's a very, very good title. So anyway, if you missed it in theaters, or if you want to check it out again, you can watch it now on Amazon Prime, and we're gonna definitely look for Zoe Kravitz's next project behind the camera, and I love seeing her in front of the camera too. So all right, thank you for watching Dan Reviews It. I'll see you next time. Bye.